Hi, welcome to Tech in the Car. In this video I'm going to show you around the new Audi A3 from Caffyns Eastbourne Audi. Please visit them if you're after a new or used Audi. This is the new model of the Audi A3 with a new design. Again, you can see the massive grille. This is a TDI model. What's interesting here is the way the adaptive cruise radar sensor has been designed into the grille, so it's no longer an extra square sticking on the top. You've got the Audi Sport inspired vents along the top here. You've got this really beautiful new light design. Again, you've got LED headlights, and there's a little grid here of lights, a part of the daytime running lights, so you can tell which A3 is which based on the number of lights that are lit up. You've got your air vents here. I really like this very cool swooping line at the bottom here. It looks a lot like the R8, and then you've got the front splitter coming across here, which is very cool. Coming around to the side, these are 18-inch alloy wheels. These have got a grey finish with a diamond cut on the front. I really like what Audi are doing with the wheel design. It's very cool to look at. And along here you can see the side skirt. So these first appeared in the A1 in the new generation Audi cars, and they make it look much more sporty and much more aggressive. You've got the very muscular design lines down the side here, accentuating the rear wheels and the back of the car. And coming along here, so whereas the previous A3 was a bit more rounded, these have got these sharp creases down the sides, and then going into the front of the car here, you can see how there's two design lines which go one towards the wheel, one towards the bonnet, which is very cool. If we go to the back here, you've got the new design rear tail lights, which have the pulsing indicator at the bottom and then light up at the top. This model is a 35 TDI. It's got exhaust surrounds, although they're just cosmetic, with rear parking sensors and a much more aggressive spoiler design than you previously had on the Audi A3. Looking at the design lines again here, you can see down here that the door curves in and out, which is a very interesting design. It's scooped, which is not usual. There's an Audi A5 next to me and it doesn't have a scoop like that aggressive on it. It's a very interesting design. This is the interior of the new Audi A3. You can see it's a very different design to the previous generation A3. There's no pop-up screen. It's now got an integrated display just like you saw with the Q3 and also is in the A1. And the design is similar to the Q3 with these hexagonal vents, which feel very Lamborghini to me. There are two cup holders here which are adjustable, along with an adjustable armrest, and these very comfortable sport seats which have electric controls for adjustment. So here we have the new rear of the Audi A3, and as you can see there is a lot of space here. It seems like there's probably more space due to the design than in the previous generation A3. Again, you can see that hexagonal design moving forward to the climate control vents, and you can see just like the Q3 there's the upside down door handle, which makes it very unique. This has a Bang & Olufsen sound system, just like the R8. Room-wise in the back, I've got space here. You can see the new design of the Audi A3 interior. You have a newly designed climate control system. Buttons are underneath for drive select, traction control on off, auto start, stop, hazard, and the park assist and the auto parking, which this car has. You have two USB ports, a USB Type C and a standard USB Type A. And down here you have the automatic gear shift lever a park button, start button, and touch sensitive volume control. The interior here kind of has a ledge, and it's got these vents going all the way along. Of course, they're not all the way along real vents, but the design elements make them look like that. And it's really well integrated. I really think this is a great interior. It's a step up from the previous A3 with the leather on the top of the dashboard as well to take it up and level in classiness from the previous generation additionally. And we've got the new design steering wheel, which has got this again hexagonal center airbag compared to the previous generation, which was round, and it's got the metallic spokes at the bottom of the steering wheel. And on that steering wheel you have all the controls. You have your moving forward backwards in the menus, you have your up down to scroll and OK wheel, you've got your view wheel, you've got your shortcut button, you've got your phone voice control and your volume control buttons as well. And there are gear shift paddles behind that as well. Here we are in the new Audi A3. First thing you'll notice is it lets you put in a user, and it's got again a massive screen here. I can select a user or continue as guest. Let's continue as guest. And it's telling me again that privacy is really important, and Audi takes it super important, and you can change your privacy settings. If I go into the home screen, and it makes it click, so you can feel the noise it makes. You can feel it, it's got haptic feedback. Here are the menu settings: radio, media, telephone, navigation, phone apps, car settings, help, users, messages, purchases, because there's a shop on here, news, legal, and weather. This is the new climate controls. You have your auto button, your sync button. You can turn the air conditioning to maximum on the front to demist the windows, the rear to demist the rear, heat seating, the auto circulation, whether it's on auto or manual, and then you can turn the various settings up and down like this by pressing the buttons, and that indicates up and down. And you can change the strength by pushing up or pulling down, and you can change where it's going, where it's circulating, by pressing up or down. So this is a new design. It isn't like this in any of the other Audi cars. It's nice to have that haptic feedback from real buttons. And underneath you have your drive select, your traction control on off, your auto start stop, your hazard warning lights, parking sensors, and the automatic parking through park assist, which isn't currently available. That is a parking setting, so you can see where your car is. Along the side here you have your quick launch app, so you've got your home screen, your radio, your music, your phone, your navigation. If we go to radio, you can see your radio stations, you can scroll through them, you can change the source from DAB to FM or AM. If you have a USB device or SD card connected, you can then listen to music off that. Obviously when you connect to Android Auto or CarPlay, that will also show up. If your phone is connected, you can see that as well. Again, with Android Auto and CarPlay, it will also show up, but you can also connect with Bluetooth only. And then you have your navigation. So this is the navigation. It's very quick, very responsive. You can see where you're going very easily. I can zoom in very easily. I can go through the map settings. I can change to satellite map, change the colors, change the orientation. I can turn the voice guidance on and off. I can tell it to only give me voice guidance if there's traffic or shorter directions. I'm also able to adjust the entertainment volume if I'm using navigation as well. Let's have a look at the car settings. So if we go into car, you can see the Audi Drive Select. You can see this beautiful animation. If I want efficiency mode, it goes green, and that is helping me drive in the most fuel efficient way and save my fuel economy. Comfort allows me to drive in the most comfortable way. Auto allows the car to adjust for you depending on how you're driving. So if you drive faster, it might stiffen the suspension and quicken the gearbox responses, and if you're driving more relaxed, it may be more fuel efficient. Dynamic, hence the racy track animation there, suggests that it's more sporty. And individual, which lets you adjust between how you want the drive system. Do you want it to be balanced, dynamic, or steering, relaxed, or more direct? And I love the animations there, very cool. The efficiency assist will help you be more efficient. It will give you messages and tell you about how you can become more fuel efficient and how you can save your fuel. And also you can receive tips on economy to make it even better for you. I could do auto circulation or use the automatic supplementary heater. Of course, you have the controls underneath for AC. Lights and vision. So this car has some fantastic, amazing lighting, which I want to show you. Let's start off with the exterior lighting. You have your automatic headlights. They can be an early, medium or late, and you can have the main beam assist, so it will dim the lights if somebody comes towards you. Background lighting. So this is really cool. So you can choose from some preset options. Here we have solar, which is an orange color, impulse, which looks to be red, and you'll notice if you look at it, there's two lights here. There's the light in the door LED, and then there's underneath those lights in the door creases underneath the footwell, and you can adjust those as well, and they will change as you hopefully can see for the animation. Maritime, which is blue. Drive select, which appears to be white, which may well change, but this is where you can actually adjust it. So right now, as you can tell from looking at this image, the lighting underneath the light, so in the areas, the recesses of the car, is green, whereas the actual LED lights around the driver zone and the doors are blue. And I can change the surfaces of the colors here, so we can go to yellow, darker yellow, to orange, and you can see it's changing to red, to pink. So you have a lot of ability to really customize to purple your car at night, so it will look absolutely amazing. And of course adjust the brightness as well. And then you can as well adjust the LED strips here, and you can adjust those colors as well. So we could turn that to blue or to green or to orange. Or to red. This is very cool. I haven't seen this in any other cars. I love the customizable side of that. This is what the lighting looks like. So you can see the red light strip running down here, and then on the inside of the doors, underneath the red light strip, there are other lights too, which change color, and you can tell they're in blue and red. And then down here underneath the MMI system, you can again see that blue contour lighting. Here we go, another example of the lighting. Let's go back to car. Let's go back. So we got the rain sensor, parking assist features, so automatic activation that will turn the sensors on and off, front volume, rear volume, and you can adjust the volume of those. The driver assist features. So this is all the driver assist features. Speed warning lets you know if you're going too fast over the speed. It will read the traffic signs and give you warnings based on that. The adaptive cruise control. So you can tell here, it will store your last distance. So with the adaptive cruise control, it will store your last distance. It will give you that predictive control, and it will use the speed limit. So it will slow down or speed up based on the traffic sign. So if it's 30, it will slow down to 30. If it's 60, it will speed up to 60. So it's really giving you a lot of assistance here. And it will also slow down going into corners, and it will turn, and it will change the speed depending on how aggressive you want it to. So if the speed changes from 30 to 70, it will accelerate fast or slowly or medium, or it will just stay the same. You've got your lane departure warning, which you can turn on and off using the sensors at the front, and it will give you vibrations. And this will be when it sees the lines on the side of the road, and you can see that in the virtual cockpit, and it will tell you where you are in the road. Pre-sense, where it detects if something's in front of you, and it will brake, and that can be early, medium or late, depending on how quickly you want it to respond. Swerve assist will help you to avoid having to swerve. Emergency assist, which will slow down the vehicle if it thinks you're unable to drive for any reason, and the rest recommendations. So this has a lot of controls for driver assist. It's essentially doing all of the driving for you if you don't want to drive. So obviously you should always keep your hands on the steering wheel, but you can have your adaptive cruise control, slowing down and speeding up for the car in front of you. The lane assist will keep you in your lane. If the speed limit changes, the cameras will adjust the speed limit to match where the speed limits are, and if for any reason you're not responding, it will slow down and bring you to a stop. Settings and service will tell you when the service is needed. It will also let you adjust the steering wheel button, which has a little star, and you can change any of these options, switch voice guidance on and off, change the navigation map color, change whether traffic is on or off, switch the traffic sign recognition on and off, and switch between radio and media. You can also adjust the central locking, whether you want all the windows to open with a long press, and whether you want the mirrors to fold in or fold out. Tire pressure loss indicator as well, so it will tell you if the tires lose pressure. If we go into settings, these are the car settings. You can see general settings. It will let you know if your phone is charging and whether you left it in the car. You can adjust your display brightness, if you want to be brighter. You can adjust the virtual cockpit, whether you want it in sport or classic mode, and what is shown on there as well. You can adjust your sound, again, in the car, whether the balance and focus is what you want it to be, whether you want it to be in the front or in the back, whether you want it to be louder there or not. You can change your users, and you can control the car and see various settings through My Audi. And you can see your connection settings, so Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, whether it's detectable by your phone. You've got your messages, so it'll send you notifications for texts or emails, contacts, telephone. Let's have a look at the store. So if you buy features from the store, you can see that. News, this is using the Audi Connect features, so there is the latest news. And I can scroll through and see what's happening in the world. And it also lets you see weather and fuel prices around you as well. Here's the weather. And there you can see the weather. You can see the next 7 days, what the weather is like as well. You can even see the radar overview if you fancy yourself as a weather forecaster, as a meteorologist. So that's an overview of the main settings. If I swipe down for the top here, again, you can change your user settings. You can see your device quick settings. And you can adjust your audio settings. This is what Android Auto looks like on the Audi A3. Again, very quick, very responsive, very easy to use. I can go through the settings, I can see my music, I can go back to my apps overview and scroll through. Navigate to Audi Caffyns Eastbourne.
Here's what I found for Caffyns.
And if you need an Audi, I would recommend you visit Caffyns Eastbourne Audi, as they will help you. And that's the phone number in case you want to get in touch with them. And I can navigate there. I am there now, as you can see. You can see this lovely widescreen overview, my notifications if there are any to have, and I can go into my music and I can see all my options. That's what Android Auto looks like. Let's have a look at CarPlay now. This is Apple CarPlay on the Audi A3. As you would expect, you can move it around. It's very easy to navigate. Go back to the main home screen, a nice wide view like on the Q3 I showed you. You can see your music, you can see your settings, you can change your wallpaper. And you have Siri as well in here. Hey Siri, navigate to Caffyns Audi Cars Eastbourne.
Getting directions to Caffyns Eastbourne Audi.
And here we go, here's navigation to Audi here in Eastbourne on CarPlay. That is how it works, and you can see it's giving you little navigation updates at the bottom of the screen here. And when I plugged my iPhone in, it also opened up the Audi app on my iPhone. So it tries to connect everything together, which is pretty handy. This is the Audi virtual cockpit on the new Audi A3. I can scroll through different views. So this is using the view button. You can see I've got the full screen map with satellite from Google Earth overview. I can go back to the traditional overview, as you can see here. And I can scroll through my short-term memory, long-term memory, so I can see my fuel efficiency, the driver assist settings, traffic signs. I can see my fuel status. I can see my CarPlay information, what I'm listening to. I can see my phone settings, depending on if I'm connected with CarPlay or Android Auto, and back to navigation. If we go back to the car settings, I can have a reduced display, or I can use the onboard computer in its full mode. I can zoom in and zoom out on the MMI virtual cockpit. And I can zoom back in. So you can see how great the maps look. That is what the virtual cockpit on the Audi A3 looks like and how it works. Hope you enjoyed this video showing around the Audi A3. If you're looking for a new car or a used car, please visit Audi Caffyns Eastbourne. See you in the next video. Thank you.